All right, I'm talking, Jesus. You guys really slay me with that crap. What's that white stuff on your shirt? Really? Yeah, I'm a baker. This is flour. Hey, you want to take a sample? You can test it in your lab. Jesus. And what did you say? You don't look like the type of guy to do something like that, right? I mean, what does that type of guy even look like to a cop, huh? And what kind of thing? Johnny said that I don't look like no kind of guy at all. Well, just an ugly one. So like I said, fellas, I ain't your kind of guy. The AIDS epidemic has claimed the lives of over 37 million people. Yet over 30 years later, it's still a topic rarely discussed in the classroom. For Tom, this very real disease takes a hold of his life, but more significantly, the lives of those around him. These stories must continue to be told to serve as a reminder for those who lost their lives and to honor those still fighting HIV/AIDS today. A poster of the cosmos by Lanford Wilson. Now, I don't want to make Johnny sound simple, all right? Because Johnny was anything but an easy sort of person. In fact, thinking was Johnny's problem. Yeah, you could almost like see this jumbled mess of wires in his head, right? And then he was a twitcher. Man, like a dog. Right? You'd watch him and he'd get his foot going, right? Then his fingers would start to go and he'd dig into himself and bleed. And then you'd say, Jesus, Johnny, because he'd have this streak of blood going through his dirty blonde hair, and you just couldn't figure why a nice-looking man, why a sexy-looking man would just keep screwing himself over like that, but you gotta remember, that's just those wires. Ah, hell. That got a reaction, didn't it? See, because now you're all thinking, he's gay. We don't gotta worry about him. He is not our type of guy. Jesus. Johnny and I had both been married once. Yes, to women. Jesus. But, well, one day he said that he was gay, and he invited me over to his apartment. And, well, if he'd have told me that I would soon be living with a guy, it always surprised me. He was something else. Well, anyway, Johnny and I had 3 years together. And that was good. So 3 years later, when Johnny started getting sick, the hospital was real good to him. They were. But like I said, he would dig, and he would bleed, and so he couldn't go home, and, well, that'd be no good. One day he looked at me and he said, I never could have believed that pain could be this bad. This is amazing. You want to know what I couldn't believe? What I couldn't believe is that I didn't have it. I mean, you're telling me after 3 years I don't have it? I got that goddamn test. Negative. Twice I got it. Both times. I couldn't believe that. I should have had it. I should have it. You get familiar with someone, right? And believe me, fellas, I was all over him. I mean, there is no way that I wasn't exposed to that 3 times a week for 3 years. I mean, what the hell is going on here, right? So I got to thinking. I said, maybe he doesn't have it. Maybe it's something else. But no. Because you see, my problem was that I didn't know what he was going through. You can watch, and you can try to help. And sure, it tears you up, but if you don't got it, what do you know? I knew that he wanted to come home, but, and this is the only part that you creeps care about, all right? So please, listen up. I wanted Johnny to be home for the end. But, the end slipped up on us, you know? He sank. And so he died in my arms. And I held him for a little while. And I loved him, you know? I loved him. And all that I wanted was just to feel what he felt, you know, and to suffer like he suffered, like I deserved to suffer, so I cut a little piece out of his cheek. You know, where he used to dig? And his chest, where he used to leave these gouge marks, and his hair. Oh, his dirty blonde hair. And then the blood came, and I licked it off of him. I cleaned him up. And I know that you cops just think that you know everything, right? That you know everything about the gay disease, right? And that I am just a messed up gay piece of shit, right? Well, how do you think you get it, huh? Because it's not just sex, you pigs. Blood. You get it from the blood. You see, I owed it to Johnny to try to get it one last time. No, I owed it to myself to try to get it. Because it is what I want. So if that goddamn test does not take, and I have to live one more day without this stupid disease, then I don't know. But at least I did what I could. I did what I could. So I guess I am your kind of guy after all. Huh? Are you happy now?